Brighton Beach Busking presents
Samuel, Jake, Josh, Liv, Ian, Evan.
the Busking Break.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
The show where we interview your favourite Brighton Beach Buskers, finding out the stories behind the musicians that sound our streets.
I try everything to a very average level.
Music is, I mean, if it had been the Olympics, it would be a gold medal.
Make sure to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you do not miss an episode. So come with us and be part of this journey. Hello and welcome to the Busking Break here at the Works Pier. Today we spoke to the spiritual soul of Liv Sangster. It was an amazing conversation and I hope you enjoy. Liv,
Hello.
welcome to the Busking Break.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm really good.
Good.
I am happy to be in the square.
Good. It's always good. So you're a guitar player, incredible singer. I've seen you play a bit of drums. How did you begin as a musician? Why did you begin? And what's the journey been to kind of get where you are today?
Where I am today, wow. I think when I was 10, I got my first guitar, and I used to get really upset with it though, because I couldn't tune it. It would never stay in tune. I was constantly like, Mom, help me. So I was like, I regret this. But as time grew on, I just found it like such a remedy for like emotional expression and just like releasing stuff and you know, like singing things that have been on your subconscious or whatever and just getting it out and freeing yourself. So it became like a therapy really. And I just carried on and the people would start supporting me just like we love your music, we really connect to it, like and just boosted me to keep going really.
When did you like realise that it was something that you either kind of wanted to do or felt like you know were called to it?
Well, I know in my blood, like my nan's really musical.
Okay.
So I think that like Irish blood, I think Irish like fun and stuff. But yeah, I just from when I was about 10, I just kept going. I don't really know how that period started where I like picked up something, but I must have been sensitive to sounds. So, yeah.
Cool. And when did kind of busking start in the picture?
Busking. Oh, that was about 4 years ago.
Okay.
4 years ago, yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, my first time busking was in Spain.
Okay. Tell us about it.
That was quite a funny trip. I had like this really small guitar with me, and I just used like the energies around me to, you know, create on the spot. So yeah, when I was in Spain, I was just like not feeling very good one day, and it was like a bit stormy weather, and I was like, okay, right, I need to change my reality. I'm gonna create something. Like I'm gonna make something of this. And I walked into the town, and I was just just shouting this song out in the street, and I got like €1, and that was my first coin of €1. Yeah.
That's awesome. Whereabouts was it? Do you remember?
That was in Granada, I think. Yeah, Granada in the city centre. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you do this busk in Spain for the first time, and then how did it kind of carry on?
I got back to England, and I was like, because I was living in Brighton at the time, and I just thought I want to express more on the street. So I got my guitar, I bought an amp, busking amp, and my friend was like, go on Liv, just do it. So I just went out there and improv some stuff, and people were really happy with it.
Nice. Because you have this sort of style of improvising and like kind of bringing it out in the spot.
Yeah.
How does that work? And why that as opposed to maybe rehearsing and doing it? Yeah.
I found that it was more intuitive. Like I could really get into a state of flow when there wasn't something that I had to sort of information already there. I was kind of like I could use the sound that was in the environment. I could use like someone's conversation and make lyrics out of that on the spot, and it just became a much more connected experience. Like the busking people would like, you know, smile back at me, and then I'd sing about their smile or something.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And like, it would just create like more sense of connection, I think. Yeah.
It's a really unique way of doing it, but I think it actually applies really well to what busking is.
Yeah.
I guess, like, you know, it's this movement. There's always people moving by, and it's sort of you're like capturing that in the music almost. How do you like translate that into maybe more like recorded music, or do you try and do the same thing?
Yeah. Well, I've just started recording, and this has been a new experience for me. It's really interesting. It's much more grounded and like contained, which I'm working with, because I've been performing busking for like most of the time. I haven't really been recording as much. So I'm finding that I still can put my essence into the music, but like obviously without the environment. But I might put some sounds into some songs, like some seagulls or something. To make it more
that'd be really fitting for here.
Yeah.
So you've busked in Spain, and you've busked in Brighton. Have you busked anywhere else?
Ooh, I have, yeah. I suppose busking is sort of just playing to people, isn't it? I guess.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So, yeah, like I went travelling a few years ago, in Denmark.
Nice.
Yeah, and played for people there.
How was it?
It was really nice, really intimate, and just like making songs up, making people laugh, and like loads of different things. Yeah.
That's really cool. How does like somewhere like Denmark or Spain compare to busking in Brighton? What is it about Brighton that kind of makes it Brighton?
Yeah. Wow. Brighton's just like, the sea helps. So you have that direct flow of current, so you can just like, it just feeds people. It's so good.
It's like a huge body.
Yeah, it's a huge life force. I think that's why Brighton's so popular with creativity and stuff. It's really good. It's a really good place.
It's really cool. Do you think that there could be something in Brighton to help the buskers? Maybe like the council could help us in any way, or do you think that they do a good job?
Yeah, I think that they could help us a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, we always appreciate support, don't we? But I mean, not recently, but last summer, sometimes they were closing us down, you know, after hours, after like 9 in the evening, which I understand for like noise and stuff, residents. But we're often like on the beach, so there isn't. we would really love some place maybe on the beach that we could own as a busking zone. You know?
It's a good idea, like a designated spot almost. Yeah, just so we know where to meet, where we can see our friends, and just have that. It's a good idea, really good idea.
Yeah.
Is there a certain song or style that you prefer to busk with? Like, what's your favourite? I guess, as someone that's like improvising, this is probably a different question, but is there like a certain time you prefer to busk, or certain, I don't know, certain sound you prefer to create when you're busking?
Yeah, well, I often go with quite like, I often try and make like an epic environment.
That's awesome.
So the music can be quite like passionate and intense, because my star sign's probably quite involved in that. Scorpio, so I was
cool.
Like, but also transformation and stuff. So mostly that.
Like atmospheric almost.
Atmospheric.
That's really cool. How, like, this is like a unique style to some people. You know, to some people who might be used to more kind of structured environments and things. So where does like the influence for this all come from? Where did you sort of discover this kind of style, or how did that happen?
Well, I think it was kind of a part of my like awakening. So well, when I was younger, I think 2012, I started becoming more open to like source and spirit and channeling and things like that, and you know where we were from, that kind of lifestyle. So that influenced. I forgot the question. I'm so sorry.
The music, how the music
yeah,
got influenced. Yeah.
Just sort of taking myself out of the picture and allowing something else to flow
To
through.
channel through you, as in trying to like force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's that beautiful balance between the mind and the spirit and like everything, and being able to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you take influence from any other artists or musicians?
No, I don't feel like I do. I really try and I don't try, but I really feel like I'm in my own
It's
sort
really
of energy
cool.
with it.
Yeah, like almost avoiding the outside influence and letting it be more kind of whatever it is that you're supposed to be kind of
absolutely
making. That's a really interesting way of doing it. Like
absolutely.
really unique, and I guess that kind of creates your style.
Yeah.
Here's a question that I guess for you it's probably really good in terms of depth, but you can take it literally too. What is music to you?
Ooh. Good question. I was thinking about this today. I think music is like a way of capturing form, obviously, and like placing it into something. It's like I don't know. It's obviously capturing frequencies and energies and thoughts and etc. and creating a platform for that expression. I think it's I don't really know the origin of sound.
No, of course. There's no real set answer, I guess. It is music.
But it's a healing. I think it's healing for a lot of people to feel connected to like certain experiences, emotions, like memories. It's a memory bank.
Yeah. It's really cool. Really cool way to put it. So when you sort of like spiritual awakening, what would you say that music or busking had a part to play in that, and how?
Ooh. They both sort of led each other, because I felt that as I was evolving, my being was carrying sort of more light. So as I could express myself more, that was coming through the music. And I think that's like the meaning of life, really. It's just to spread that light. Yeah.
And for you, it comes through sound and music.
Yeah.
It's a really awesome thing to have realised. I think sometimes it takes people a long time.
So true.
So really cool that you've kind of got that already. Where, like, as a really interesting question for someone like yourself, where do you see it taking you, or do you just not? That's
cool. I see it
where would you like it to take you?
Where would I like it to take me? I would like it to reach more people, to expand people's consciousness, to sort of bring them into themselves and, realise, this planet has a lot of energies, a lot of frequencies, but love is like the ultimate interconnectedness of it all. Sounds simple, but yeah, and just like keep feeling expanded, Yeah.
That's really cool. So when you're approaching maybe like a song or a record, how do you would you say you're going to record a song? Would you just try and like improvise on the spot? Do you have certain things you always come back to?
Yeah.
Or do you really try and go completely new?
Completely new, yeah. Usually completely new.
That's awesome. How does that, I don't know, how does that work? Say for somebody who maybe feels a bit like you did or before.
Yeah.
What would your advice be for like trying to make this happen?
To get into that sort of zone.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Good question. I think it would be, see, like, I learned the very basics of guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to play a few chords, and that was, I guess there was a slight structure in that form.
Mm-hmm.
But sort of playing with your voice and playing with what wants to come through and any words and stuff, and just and I guess being free in your expression.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that I think is really important as a musician, like, and starting maybe if you're in a place where you don't feel very free,
Mm-hmm.
it's like opening up your channels and like freedom of speech, practicing freedom of speech, yeah, and then that will help you be free in singing and stuff.
And do you do anything to even like expand further? Do you practice certain things, or do you have like a musical practice but also a spiritual practice?
Yeah. So sometimes I guess I do a lot of like impersonations of things.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
Like the other day when I wasn't having a good day, I just realised I was doing the ding 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 sound from the slot machines. It just
awesome.
kept coming in my head. And then that can be like ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
You can put like a little remixy beat on that, and yeah, it's really fun.
I mean, for me, I've always thought that. So I'm a songwriter as well, and I've always thought that songs exist already, and then they go through people to become something.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is there's a song in everything. So something like a slot machine, what you've just said, really sums that up. Give us an example of a time you've used something to maybe use a piece of music, maybe a slot machine. Have you got any other examples?
So many. God. Oh, I might have to come back to that.
Yeah.
So
Any time when you've been busking where something's happened and you've managed to kind of bring it into a song.
Oh yeah, actually, bringing it a bit lower, but someone was having quite a rough day.
Okay.
And they were standing a couple of, I think like 3 or 4 meters over there, and their friend was supporting them a bit. But I just started singing to them, and sort of connected with them, I guess, psychically.
Yeah.
And then started saying like it's okay, like da da da, and like reassuring them and stuff. So
That's
and
awesome.
they came over and gave me 20 quid and was like, I knew that song was for me.
Oh, that's
And
so
I was
cool.
like, it was for you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you've kind of summed it up with what busking is to you, but what do you think busking has done for you as a musician?
Ooh, wow. It's given me more confidence, for sure, because I think initially you need it. You need the confidence to go and do it. And then it feeds back to you. It gives you confidence as you keep that sort of pattern going.
You almost need the confidence to go, and then once you've gone, that gives you more confidence to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Just
you.
H on that right.
Awesome. So what have you got coming up? Maybe something you're releasing, any more busking plans, any gigs?
Nice. I have a new song I'm working on at the moment.
Cool.
Called Heaven's Blood. It's about death and sort of the comedy of being alive, and the like heaven's blood is like we're from the heavens, but we're made of flesh and bone and stuff. So it's quite a
That's
big
cool.
one.
A relevant subject.
Yeah.
To everyone.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
cool.
sure when that'll come out, but hopefully in the next month or something.
And any plans to go busking? Any gigs?
Gigs, not at the moment.
Cool.
I'm open to them if anyone wants them.
Cool.
Book me
Of
for
course.
some gigs.
Spot on.
Yeah.
And well, thank you so
Yeah.
much for being on the Busking Break.
Yeah.
Let the people know where you can be found.
Yeah, I've got Instagram as Liv Sangster. I think I have YouTube as Liv Sangster as well. I have one old track on Spotify, but should be coming with some more soon because got a lot in the bag.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for watching the Busking Break here on the Brighton Beach Busking YouTube channel. If you haven't already, then please click subscribe, like this video, and hit the notifications bell so you know when videos have been posted. Go and check out our busking guests. All their links are in the description. I have been your host, August Radio Project. If you're a musician, creative, and you like challenges, or you need some tips and tricks, then go and check out my YouTube channel, also linked in the description. Thank you to Works for welcoming us to the Works Pier and believing in the project. If you're a creative looking for workspace in Brighton, contact Works through the details in the description. They offer co-working, craft space, sound studios, offices, meeting rooms, and more. Also, thank you to Mug Time for the wonderful mugs. You can find the link to their Amazon shop in the description below. And thank you to you for watching the Busking Break. And I'm sure I will see you in the next one. Thank you.